this lecture, I am going to discuss the working principle of the fuel cell breathalyser. So this is breathalyser, and this is basically used by the policeman to measure the amount of ethyl alcohol, that is C2H5OH, in the bloodstream of a person that is suspected of driving under the influence of alcohol. Okay. Breathalyser works because the amount of ethyl alcohol that is present in the suspect's breath is proportional to the amount of ethyl alcohol in the bloodstream of that person. One type of breathalyser uses fuel cell, that is shown in this figure, to measure the amount of ethyl alcohol in the breath. Okay, so this fuel cell basically consists of two platinum electrodes. These are the two platinum electrodes, and when a suspect blows into that breathalyser, okay, then this ethyl alcohol from his breath will go inside this breathalyser, and this ethyl alcohol in the breath will get oxidized at this anode, okay, to acetic acid. So if we see the anodic reaction that will take place is this one. The ethyl alcohol that is present in the suspect's breath will get oxidized to acetic acid at anode. We know that at anode oxidation occurs. In that oxidation reaction, 1 mole of ethyl alcohol is producing 4 mole of electron. It means 4 Faraday of charge. Okay, so we can say that the amount of electricity that will be produced by passing this charge will be directly proportional to the amount of alcohol that is present in the suspect's breath. Okay, so there is some a screen on that will show the current flowing inside this fuel cell, maybe in milliampere or something, because the current that will be flown will be very less. Okay, and this amount of current, magnitude of this current will be directly proportional to the ethyl alcohol amount that is present in the suspect's breath. We can see directly that 1 mole of the ethyl alcohol is able to produce 4 mole of electron. More electron will be produced means there will be more flow of current. Okay, now what happens at cathode? We know that at cathode reduction take place. So there is the place where air is taken inside this fuel cell. Okay, so from this hole there will be air that will enter inside that fuel cell, inside that breathalyser. Okay, and this O2 will get reduced at cathode. So we can see the reaction that will take place at cathode is reduction of O2. So O2 will get reduced by taking 4 electron and will convert into hydroxide ion. So this is the reaction at anode, and this is the reduction reaction at cathode. Okay, if we talk about the overall reaction, it will be simply the oxidation of ethyl alcohol to acetic acid and water. So this is the ethyl alcohol that is getting oxidized to acetic acid and water is produced. So this is the overall reaction in that breathalyser, in that fuel cell that is present inside the breathalyser. Okay, now we can say the amount of electricity, that is amount of current that will be produced, it will depend on the amount of alcohol in the suspect's breath. That is very important. Okay, so it works on that principle only. So more current, more charge in oxidation, more will be the flow of this charge and more electricity will be produced. So greater the current, higher the amount of ethyl alcohol in the suspect breath. Okay, and if there is higher amount in the suspect breath, then ethyl alcohol in the blood will be also in higher amount. We can say amount of ethyl alcohol in blood will be also higher, because the ethyl alcohol that will be present in the suspect breaths will be coming out from the bloodstream only, because ethyl alcohol is what, volatile in nature. Okay, so we can say if the current will be more, that will be digitally revealed from this screen. Okay, if the current will be more, then we can conclude that you know that the person has taken alcohol in large amount. Yeah, so a higher current basically will reveal a higher blood alcohol level. Okay, and the person would be heavily drunk. Okay, when we calibrate this correctly, okay, then the fuel cell breathalyser can even precisely measure the blood alcohol level of a suspected drunk driver. So that is able to measure precisely blood alcohol level.